one of these things that I have is not Philly, but there's a Philly connection, which I'll get to. And the other one I want to hold for a second because this is important to me. This one is sort of funny, and you can see it's the 1972 Dolphins World Championship ball signed by the team. I don't know if it's the entire team, but you can see all the important players. If you need to take it out, I would not let most people take it out, but you're allowed to. Here's the story of this.
Yeah.
My dad did a few stories on Steve Sabol from NFL Films throughout the years. Steve Sabol gave him, there's more on the bottom too, Steve Sabol gave him this ball. Steve Sabol also built a fake electric chair in his house, so my dad would write about it in his story. So my dad did not believe anything Steve Sabol did after that. He didn't believe him at all. It turns out, he told me when he gave us this ball, my brother had it for a while and now I have it, that he thinks the ball was forged. He thinks that the signatures are done by people in the office. Like the NFL Films staff just messed with my dad. If you notice, there's a CD in there. A couple years ago for an old show that I had the chance to interview Steve Sabol, obviously before he passed away, and I asked him flat out, my dad thinks this ball is fake. Is it real? And he got mad. He was defiant about it, and he said, this is a real ball. Every single signature on there, Don Shula, Larry Zonka, Earl Moore, all these signatures are real. Your dad is wrong. I would not do that. And so that's my certificate of authenticity.
I think that's a great certificate.
I figured it's better than
and it's coming from, a guy who was there and who knew these guys and could have easily have gotten it. Look, I'll tell you what's interesting about it. You have a lot of signatures on here, and this is probably why your dad thought there might be something funny, where these guys printed their names, which they didn't generally do. However, it's very possible that this being a presentation ball, and you can tell that by the fact that it's the white ball.
Right, with the one panel, right.
Right, so this is a presentation ball. This is like a gift, right? And obviously here they hand-painted Miami Dolphins, World Champs, 17-0, the whole thing.
Sure.
Okay, so that means this is a very special ball. Okay, so they might have very well said, or Don Shula might have said, guys, when you sign this, make it very legible. This is a presentation ball. This is special. If I didn't have that provenance, I'd say there's something fishy. And that's no pun intended.
No, I know. That is funnier than I thought.
I would say that because the signatures are a little off. I
Right.
mean, they don't look like they're signatures, but
Usually when guys sign things, they're doing it quick. And
exactly. So, but the Garrow Yepremian, that's his signature. So, and the Mercury Morris looks right. So, certain ones look right.
Shula looks right to me. That's the only one that I knew just off the top of my
Shula
head.
looks okay. The Zonka's a little off. He's signed differently than that. And as I said, there are a lot of kind of handwritten or just capital letters. It's a little different, but I think with your provenance and everything else. But I would have somebody else check it out.
Okay.
And there are authenticators, quote unquote.
Sure, right.
Who do that for a living, and they'll give you their opinions. And if they'd signed off on it, it's a pretty great piece. A ball like that, if it's aces, it's several $1,000s.
Several.
Sure.
All right. So how many numbers before the comma, just so I know whether I need to put like an insurance policy out of
It's
it?
just I would stick in the one number before the
Okay,
comma.
that's fine.
But certainly, it's worth doing a little more research on.
Okay. The other.